Thank you, Katie. Good morning, and welcome to our Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of San Dieguito worship service. I am the Reverend Joe Green, and I will be serving as your worship associate this morning. We gather together today to be together in peace, to value each other with inherent worth, to dignify each other by recognizing that each of us is human and on our own path. We gather here this morning to share with each other, to worship and meditate, or even pray with others of like-minded minds and souls. No matter what has happened in the past week in our lives, we can sit this morning and gather the energy of each other, be it virtual or side by side, be communal with each other, celebrate, and maybe mourn with each other. UUFSD strives to be an inclusive community, abides to the best of our abilities to the 7 principles that are our guidelines in life. This morning, we will be learning about the possibility to establish an 8th principle, one that may fill in the spaces that are within the 7 that we currently hold dear. We offer to our members and friends the opportunity to search for your highest self and are here to aid you in finding it, whatever that may mean to you. I am grateful this morning that you are here, that you are curious and ever searching, and hopefully that in this community you will find that deeper meaning you are searching for. If you have your own chalice or candle at home, have it handy so we can all light our chalices together at the appropriate time. We are an active congregation, and there are many ways to keep informed. Our newsletter, our website, the bulletin board, and the weekly order of service announcements. If you wish to know more about this UU Fellowship, we encourage all of you, and especially if you are a visitor, to go to our website at uufsd.org, where you will find information about what is happening in our fellowship, the many ways you can become involved, find contact information to learn more, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. If you would like to place your name and email address in the Zoom chat box labeled UUFSD, we will be happy to contact you. If you are visiting today, or if you are a faithful member, please note that immediately after the service this morning, instead of our usual coffee hour, we will be holding a workshop forum on the 8th principle that is being proposed. Paula Cole-Jones, our guest speaker this morning, will also be leading the workshop. This church is the community of ourselves. Its energy and resources are our energy and resources. Its wealth is what we share. As we contribute to the life of this community, we affirm our lives within it. If you wish to offer your contribution during our service today or afterwards, please go to the UUFSD website and click on the Giving tab as shown on the slide. This slide will be shown again at the end of the service. Thank you. We come together to reaffirm our commitment to this community and to our UU principles that guide us in living a moral and ethical life. Welcome. We are glad you are all here today.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Marshall Voigt. I am the music director at the congregation. It's nice to see all your faces. Our gathering hymn this morning is called Gather the Spirit. It's number 347 in our gray hymnals, if you have them at home. Our singing this morning will be led by Caroline DeMar, Nancy Cohen, and myself. Though you won't see our faces, you'll just hear our voices and see Katie playing in our sanctuary in Founders Hall. So please do sing along. The words will be on your screens.
Gather the Spirit, harvest the Witness the mystery of this heart, our trials in this light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind, seeds for the sowing are laid in store, nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body as meat, united once more. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again.
Thank you, Marshall. Good morning again, everyone. I now take off my worship associate hat and put on my minister hat. I am so grateful that this morning you all will be able to experience Paula Cole-Jones and the wisdom she brings with her. A little bit about Paula. Paula Cole-Jones is a lifelong Unitarian Universalist and a management consultant with over 20 years of experience in designing and facilitating workshops and dialogues for leaders and organizations. She is an innovator of institutional change. In 1999, Paula founded Adore, a dialogue on race and ethnicity. Her work includes being a leader in advancing the eighth principle and the community of communities as practices of the beloved community. Paula is the author of a UU World magazine cover story, Reconciliation as a Spiritual Discipline. She is also the editor of a Skinner House book, Encounters, Poems about Race, Ethnicity, and Identity, and a contributing author to 3 Skinner House books, including the UUA Common Read, Justice on Earth. I've known Paula now for 6 or 7 years, and I am looking forward to you all experiencing her today. As we open this service this morning, I read you the words of Steve Maraboli entitled, Dare to Be. When a new day begins, dare to smile gratefully. When there is darkness, dare to be the first to shine a light. When there is injustice, dare to be the first to condemn it. When something seems difficult, dare to do it anyway. When life seems to beat you down, dare to fight back. When there seems to be no hope, dare to find some. When you're feeling tired, dare to keep going. When someone is hurting, dare to help them heal. When another is lost, dare to help them find the way. When a friend falls, dare to be the first to extend a hand. When you cross paths with another, dare to make them smile. When you feel great, dare to help someone else feel great too. When the day has ended, dare to feel as you've done your best. Dare to be the best you can at all times. Dare to be. May it be so. Blessed be. We take a moment now to honor those First Nations who had held this land before we appropriated it. I will light this candle for the Kumeyaay Nation and Luiseno Nation on whose land we now occupy. We honor the 18 tribes and bands of Kumeyaay and Luiseño nations here in San Diego County. We acknowledge our complicity as a nation in the near genocide of these nations, strive to dismantle the colonial systems that act as barriers to justice for Indigenous people, both in the present and the future. We bring our hope and vision each day to inspire us to be that congregation of open minds, helping hands, and loving heart. Amen. Our chalice lighting this morning will be presented by the Berry family. You are invited to join me in lighting a chalice or candle, holding it up to your camera so we can share our light together.
Our reading today is a poem from Langston Hughes called Freedom.
Freedom will not come today, this year, nor ever, through compromise and fear.
I have as much right as to the other fellow has, to stand on my 2 feet and own the land.
I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course, tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed, planted in great need. I live here too. I want my freedom just as you.
May we all light our chalices this morning together. Please now join in singing our centering hymn, Spirit of Life. This rendition this morning has been offered to us from Paula Cole-Jones from her home church, All Souls Unitarian in Washington, D.C. We will follow this hymn by reciting our covenant. The words to both will appear on your screen.
When
May love be the spirit of this congregation. May the quest for truth be its sacrament and service be its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our covenant.
Today's book is called Intersection Allies, We Make Room for All by Chelsea Johnson, Latoya Council, and Carolyn Choi. Witness the lives of a bold bunch of friends. If one is in need, another defends. But age is one trait that each of them share. But kids' lives are unique, as you'll soon be aware. Each child has a story, their own point of view, filled with passion and power, just like you. My name is Alejandra, but I go by Allie. I use a chair, but it doesn't define me. Instead, it allows me to zip, glide, and play. When I need to get through, friends make a way. Where there's room for some, we can make room for all. Friends can be allies, no matter how small. Hello, I'm Parker, and after school each day, Allie's family takes care of us both while we play. My mom works hard to provide for me. Her love's the source of our stability. Not toys or money, no treasures untold. Community care is more precious than gold. Skirts and frills are cute, I suppose, but my superhero cape is more Kate than these bows. Some may be confused that a kid like me can wear what I want and be proud and carefree. My friends defend my choices and place. A bathroom, like all rooms, should be a safe space. My name is Adelia, and just like Kate, what I wear inspires endless debate. Some give, some chant, some sing, some pray. My hijab is my choice. You can choose your own way. The clothes that you wear never justify hatred. Clothes can be playful, simple, or sacred. Covered or adorned or with casual flair, my body's my own and I dress it with care. My name is Nia, and what's on the news, it's easy to be frightened or sing the blues. For her, for them, for him, and for me, we all deserve to breathe and be free. The color of our skin is no reason to hide. We protest for safety, equality, and pride. Our friends join along in solidarity and love. This is the stuff that allies are made of. Safety also includes our trees and our air. The land we've called home, our places of prayer. I am Dakota, and like my ancestors, my tribe and I are water protectors. From profit and power, we stand up to preserve our nations, our cultures, and the respect we deserve. My name is Gloria, y tengo 7 años. After school, it's to la fruteria I go. Trabajo cada día junto a mi madre. Venimos piña dulce y mangos con chile. My language and savvy allows us to thrive. I've got hopes and dreams and skills and drive. Together makes us more secure. I'm a daughter, a partner, and an entrepreneur. My name is Yuri, and I'm new to this place. He Jung's family welcomed me with love and with grace. Finding refuge meant traveling far from home. I sailed, I flew, I rode, and I roamed. Escaping violence, war, heartache, and intrusion, we came to this nation seeking dreams and inclusion. From near, from far, from here, from there, we are more than our origins. We all deserve care. Race, religion, citizenship, class, and ability, each of these intersects to form identity. Age, gender, size, and skin color too can make living life different for a friend than for you. Barriers and biases are often to blame. We strive to be equal, but not all the same. Life's ups and downs can take many forms, but standing together, we will rewrite the norms. Where there is room for some, we make room for all. Friends can be allies, no matter how small.
What a wonderful story. Thank you, Allison. Now we've come to the time in our service where we share our joys, sorrows, concerns, and transitions. Please, as Marshall is playing in the background, use the chat box to share those joys and sorrows with us. And I will read them after we have all completed, and we'll drop a stone in water to signify that we are all sharing a joy and sorrow with each other. We are all here for each other. Thank you, Marshall. I drop a stone for Marshall, who says, hearing All Souls' rendition of Fuente de Amor, Spirit of Life this morning filled my soul to the brim. I agree. Ron and Sylvia mark the passing of Dr. Harold Mavreet last week. In his 91st year, Harold led behavioral and mental health services for LA and San Diego County and was one of our dearest friends and mentor. Please send healing to Reverend Dr. Maddie Dobbs, his surviving spouse. We will do that. Louise writes, glad to be home with Larry after visiting my daughter, grandkids, and Nate. So much fun in Virginia, all the way across the country. Both have had their shots now. Karen says, hi, I am a visitor for the first time. My joy is creating beauty. We are glad to have you here this morning, Karen. Louise will travel to Mexico next week for her final, she hopes, visit to an awesome dentist. Great to visit there too. Christy welcomes Karen. We are so glad you are here. Ron and Sylvia welcome Karen. Louise welcomes Karen. And Jan welcomes Karen. Andy writes, the fifth principal postcarding led by Karen yesterday lifted my heart. So good to take action in a UU spirit. Thank you, Karen, and welcome to another Karen. We'll have two for that. I drop a stone this morning for the trial of George Floyd and hope that we all receive the justice that we hope will happen. I drop one last stone for all the lives that are lost in this pandemic and for all the joys, sorrows, concerns, and transitions that may not have been voiced today, but are held in our hearts with love. Let us pray. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, God of many names or none, we gather here this morning to share in the beautiful weather that we are experiencing, even though we aren't all together, even though we are virtual. Some of us are together. Those families that are together this morning, hug each other and know that you are here for each other. Even if we are virtual, know that we are here for each other. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries with you in spirit. We share your grief of those losses that you've experienced this week with you in spirit. I am grateful for all of you there. I am grateful for the time that we can return to our campus and grounds. And I am grateful for being alive. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be.
We transition now into a moment of meditation. Before we do, I want to remind you that if you are in need of pastoral care, we have our pastoral care team and committee who you can reach out to at pastoralcare@uufsd.org for any of those needs, and someone will be in touch with you. Let us ground ourselves, sit up straight, begin to breathe deeply if you aren't already. I should say sit comfortably. I don't whether it's up straight or not. Just sit comfortably. Breathe deeply in and out. On your next breath, breathe in peace and breathe out love. And in peace and out love. And we'll sing these words together and move into a moment of silent reflection. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
The reading this morning is from Rosemary Bray McNatt, the current president at Star King School for the Ministry, my alma mater. It is entitled, The Courage to Begin Anew. In this moment of worship, we call to mind those times of failure and regret common to all of us. We remember first in silence those times when we have failed to do all that we meant to do, or through our actions, failed to be all we were meant to be. We recall our moments of integrity, those times we have lived into our deepest values and acted as the human beings we always dreamed of being. We choose at this moment to lay down the burden of our shortcomings and grasp the courage to begin anew. Together we affirm our capacity for goodness and grace, for freedom and purpose and joy. We are not trapped in our past, but freed by creation to live and grow today. With gratitude, we say, blessed be, and amen. As we move towards the close of this worship service, let us invoke the spirit, insights, and ideals of this morning's service by singing the closing hymn. It's number 318 if you own a hymnal. We Would Be One. This will be led by Marshall Voigt, our music director, and the words will appear on the screen.
high cause of greater understanding of who we are and what in us is true. We would be one in living for each other, to show to all a new community. We would be one in building for tomorrow a nobler world than we have known today. We would be one in searching for that meaning which binds our hearts and points us on our way. As one we pledge ourselves to greater service, with love and justice strive to make us free.
Please now join me with the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. We invite you to listen to our postlude, Fantasia Appassionata by Kevin Costley, played by Katie Cleric, after which we will then begin our workshop with Paula Cole-Jones. The giving slide will appear one last time. As we close this morning's service worship, dear beloved community, even though this service has ended, our community is not dispersed. Throughout this week, know that others here are sharing their spirit with you, are holding you in their virtual arms and sending love your way. Hold in your hearts these words we heard today. Hold in your hands those loved ones you care for so deeply. Hold in your mind the beloved community that we all await. Blessed be. Go in peace.